friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we are continuing my series I kind of have going on my channel the past few months, where I am going back and looking at all of my purchases in past Marches, and I am telling you about them, my thoughts on them, what I liked, what I didn't like, if I still have them, if I decluttered them, if I used them up, all of the above. I really hope you are enjoying this series on my channel. I am having so much fun going back and looking at what items I purchased, what I thought about them, all of that. It's been so much fun for me. So again, I hope you are enjoying them as well. Buckle up, because this one might be a long one. I have a lot of items to talk about. I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of things to talk about. So grab a drink, grab a snack, anything you want, get comfy because you might be here a while. I'm gonna try my best to speed through them and give you my review / thoughts very quickly so this isn't too long. But yeah, that is what we are going to be doing here today. Before we get started, don't forget I upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday for you guys. If you're liking this series or you're enjoying my channel or anything like that, please make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. I know I always say it really does help me out, but it really does help me out a lot. If you're enjoying me, my channel, my content, anything like that, please give this a thumbs up. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm and push my videos out to more people to discover me so my channel can grow, which I would greatly appreciate. And other than that, if you're excited and you want to hear about my past March purchases, then let's go ahead and get started. I went ahead and scooted over so I can pop up pictures of items that I don't have anymore. Also, I forgot to say in the intro, but I will have my other two videos linked down below, my January and February ones, so that way if you miss them and you want to check them out, they are easily accessible for you in my description box. Okay, we're gonna start off with Sephora. So I could see back to 2016 on this in March. I'm not sure why I could see that far back. I haven't been able to see that far back in any of the other months. So in 2016, I bought the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Hydro Firm Night Cream. I remember I loved this night cream. It's like a $38 night cream. It's pretty pricey, but I remember going through, I honestly think like 4 or 5 tubs of it. That's how much I loved it. I was really oily back then, but even then I knew I needed to hydrate my skin and keep it nice and moisturized at night. The next thing I bought was the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea palette. Okay, I was obsessed with Tarte back then. It was one of my favorite brands ever, and I remember using this palette to death. I'm pretty sure I hit pan on a couple of shades because I just love that palette so much. Then I also got a black beauty blender sponge. I've not bought a beauty blender in a hot second, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a very long time since I bought a beauty blender, but I used to love them. I used to use them all of the time. I either couldn't see any in 2017 or I didn't buy anything in March of 2017 from Sephora. And then moving on to 2018. It's so weird. Do you say 2018 or 2018? I feel like I'm gonna flip-flop between the two, but 2018, I guess. Moving on to then. The first thing I bought was the Briogeo Blossom and Bloom Ginseng and Biotin Volumizing Spray. So as you can see, I still have this 3 years later and it's full. I like never use this. I think I was scared to use this honestly because it's a root spray and I was afraid that it would make my hair oily. So I think I used it like 1 or 2 times. So this is definitely gonna need to be decluttered because it's like 3 years old. It's probably expired. But I have no really thoughts on this because I think I used it like 1 or 2 times. I also got the Kiehl's Amino Acid Shampoo and Conditioner. I don't know what possessed me to buy Kiehl's shampoo and conditioner back then. I know I was really getting into the brand. I had tried a couple other things by then that I enjoyed and I was like, what the heck, why not try their shampoo and conditioner? And I remember liking them. I remember it being a fine shampoo and conditioner, but I don't remember it like doing really anything amazing for my hair, and I didn't repurchase it after using it that one time. And then I also picked up the Becca Color Corrector in Pistachio. So this was back when color correcting was very popular. I had a lot of acne back then and I just naturally have a lot of redness in my skin. I think I have a little bit of rosacea, I'm not gonna lie. So I think that that's like where most of my redness comes from, especially on my cheeks. So I remember I bought the green one because green was supposed to be a color that neutralizes redness and helps with it. I didn't use it a ton. I think, again, I didn't really know how to use it a lot back then. And if you've ever tried Becca's color correcting like little pots like this, they're very thick under like my foundation and all of that. And I didn't love how it felt. Color correcting is not something I do anymore. I mean, I just use concealer. So I don't think that's anything you need. And also Becca's going out of business, so you can't really even pick that up anyways. All right, moving on to 2019 from Sephora. The first thing I picked up was the Dr. Andrew Wells from Origins Mega Mushroom Relief and Resilient Soothing Treatment Lotion. that is a mouthful. Okay, as you can see, I still have this, and it's 2 years old. So this is another one that I'm probably gonna end up having to declutter because it's just too old. I remember loving this though. I bought this full size because I had had a mini of it from, I think, a set that I had purchased and tried it and really liked it. But this was it's a very liquidy, if you can hear it sloshing around in there, it's a very liquidy product. So it like pours out onto your hand. But I remember I would just pat it into my skin. I think I use this as like my first step in my skincare routine, and I would just pat it in there and it would just feel very nice. It soaked right in. It didn't make my 2019 oily skin any oilier, and it just was really nice. It's called the Soothing Treatment Lotion, and I do think it was definitely soothing on my skin. I don't remember why I stopped using this. I don't remember, because I do remember really enjoying it. And I'm really bummed because it's definitely expired. I wouldn't put 2-year-old skincare on my face. 2-year-old makeup, yes, but not 2-year-old skincare. So unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to declutter this as well. Also in 2019, I bought the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder. I had the shade Butter. I love this powder. I've talked about it many times on my channel in the past. It is a beautiful powder on your face. It just sets everything so nicely, and it's not drying, and it's just a really beautiful powder. I will say 2 things. One, it does have a scent to it, a little bit of a scent. So if you're sensitive to that, just be forewarned. And 2, the packaging sucks. The powder just gets everywhere. That will definitely be a repurchase for me in the future. I ended up using it all up. I don't have it here to hold up and show you because I loved it so much I used it all. I also got the Bite Agave Lip Balm. So this was their original formula. They have since then reformulated this little tube chapstick that they sell. And I remember really not liking this original formula at all. I actually ended up not liking the reformulated version either, but that's a whole other story. This one was just very thick and almost like too moisturizing and too emollient. I would like put it on and it was almost as if it was constantly melted, even though it was a stick form. But when I would put it on my lips, it would almost just like go everywhere. And then that brings us to 2020, last year in March. I went a little hard, but that is okay. I had some gift cards. The first thing I picked up was the Clinique Take the Day Off Duo. So they had a duo that was on sale. I don't know if it was necessarily on sale, but it was packaged together for $30. And I thought that was a great deal because you got the full size, which I loved and enjoyed. And you also got a mini. And I wrote down that I bought this on March 10th. That's a good thing to note because I remember buying this because I needed a full size, and also I was like, yes, this is awesome. It's going to have a mini with it, and I have some trips coming up that this mini will be perfect for. And that was March 10th, before the world shut down and before I had to cancel both my trips. So I didn't really need to pick up that mini, like the set or the duo, but it's fine. Hopefully this year, Mike and I will be able to take a trip. I am fully vaccinated and he is about to be half vaccinated on Monday. He's going to get his first shot. So hopefully we'll be able to take a trip this summer. So that will come in handy. But yeah, anyways, I bought that duo. I also bought the Hourglass Vanish Concealer, and I got the shade Birch. It's not my favorite concealer ever. I am someone who tends to just over apply everything. I always put on too much foundation, concealer, blush, bronzer. That's just who I am as a person. And this is a concealer that you literally just need to go in with 1 dot and that's it. And it took me a really long time to realize that. So I was just like swiping it on and using a ton like I normally do of concealer. And it was just very thick and very drying. And I was like, why don't I love this concealer like everyone else? And then I started listening to everyone and they started saying, just use a little tiny bit. And that's really hard for me. So when I do just go in with a little tiny dot of this, it's better. But again, it's not my favorite concealer ever. And it was pretty pricey. I will say this and a couple other products that I'm going to talk about in the next few minutes, I all got with a Cherry gift card. I don't know if it's Cherry or Sherry. Anyways, there was an app that I was participating in back then where I would put up reviews of different sort of products and they would send creators Sephora gift cards, and they sent me a $100 gift card. That's why I had a gift card to buy these products that I'm talking about coming up, if that makes any sense. Unfortunately, they're not an app anymore. I also ended up getting the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Bronzer. I just got the mini. So this is in the shade Luminous Bronze Light. I don't love this. I kind of honestly regret picking this up. So I kind of got this as more of like a bronzer topper, and I guess if I use it like that, it's not that bad, but I actually used it by itself a while back, I feel like a couple weeks ago, and it was so just warm tone and almost bordering orange on my skin tone. I don't love this. I hardly ever reach for it. I feel bad saying that I kind of regret buying it, but like I kind of regret buying it, not gonna lie. I also picked up a fresh mini rose toner. I'll pop up a picture here because I don't have it anymore. I did not like this toner at all. I used up the whole thing, but I was really happy it was a mini. If I would have bought a full size, I would have been really annoyed with myself. This toner, the scent of it was so stinking strong. And in the bottle, they have like, I guess rose petals and like chunks of rose. That sounds disgusting. But in the actual liquid that's like floating around, and it makes it look really cool. However, those come out of the little hole that you like pour it out of, and then it like gets on your face, and then it doesn't come out of the hole, and then it like clogs it up, and then it's hard to get the toner out. I did not enjoy this. I will never, ever buy it again. I also got the Milk Makeup Bronzer Stick in the shade Baked. This was the start of my cream product loving journey that I went on in 2020 during the quarantine. This is an amazing bronzer. I've talked about it a bajillion times on my channel, so I'm not gonna harp on it too long, but it is beautiful. I absolutely love this little bronzer so much. I also, in that order, picked up the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. I don't love this. I don't. I picked this up because everyone else does. And everyone says it's like insanely full coverage and lasts all day long and is beautiful on the skin. And I don't think it's that full coverage, not gonna lie. I don't think it covers up as much as I wish it did. It's very matte, so it can be kind of drying on my skin. And I also don't think it like is insane and wears super well. So don't love this. Kind of regret buying this a little bit, but I got it with a gift card, so it was fine. And then because I loved the Milk Makeup Bronzer Stick so much, I ended up picking up the Milk Makeup Blush Stick in the shade Work. I don't love this. If I had to pick the two, I definitely would pick the bronzer over the blush. This is a pretty shade and everything, but it's just like, I don't know. I just like never think to reach for it. It also has a really strong scent. I like hardly ever reach for that blush stick. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of regret buying it too. Is this gonna be like a Emily regrets buying products for 20 minutes straight? 20 minutes? It might be longer. I really don't know how long this video is gonna be. But yeah, I don't love that. And that was all I bought in 2020. And so far in 2021, I have not made any purchases in the month of March. That will definitely change in April because there's Sephora sales coming up, and your girl plans on going kind of ham. I'm not gonna lie. I plan on purchasing some things, and I'm pumped for that, but I haven't bought anything in 2021. So we're gonna now move on to Ulta Beauty and talk about what I bought from Ulta. Okay. I didn't buy anything in 2018, or I can't see 2018, I'm not sure, but 2019, your girl went kind of ham because it was during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. March is usually when they tend to have their first round of the 21 Days of Beauty. And boy, did I participate. I participated. I did. So the first thing I bought was the Cover FX Gripping Primer. This is not the one I purchased back in 2019. This was one that I won from a giveaway, but I actually ended up using up the one I purchased in 2019. So this is my second one. I used to love this primer so much. It really does get super tacky and really does like grip your makeup on. However, as I've said a million times on my channel, my skin is just so dry now that I need a hydrating primer. So I really do not reach for this anymore. But if your skin isn't super dry, or you do like that tacky gripping type of primer, I really do genuinely like this. I got this, all these products. Did I get all of these? I think I got almost all of these on sale. Yeah, so this would have been half off for the sale for the 21 Days of Beauty. I also got half off during the sale, the Smashbox Cali Contour Kit. I am so glad I got this on sale. I actually genuinely love this contour kit a lot. I think it's beautiful. These two highlights in the middle are not, like, they don't even show up. I don't like them at all. But the two bronzers and then this like banana setting powder and this blush are beautiful. I don't know if I would have picked this up if it wasn't 50% off, but since I did get it half off, I really do like it, and I have used this quite a bit over the last couple of years that I've owned it. I think it's a beautiful palette. I also got the Essie, what exactly is this called? Gel Couture Top Coat. Okay. I bought this because nail polish chips on me literally within the day. I will paint my nails in the morning, and by that night it's chipped. If I get in the shower, it's chipped. If I do anything, it chips. So I bought this hoping that it would help my nail polish not chip because it's like a gel top coat. Still chips, don't think it's worth it. I actually don't even really use that anymore, sadly. I also picked up 2 Bare Minerals lipsticks. So these were half off during this sale. So I got the shade XOX and it looks like this. And then I also got the shade Kitty, which is like more of a peachy light pink tone. Okay, these are beautiful. I think the tones are really pretty, and this lipstick formula is actually really comfortable and pretty, but I never reach for these. And these shades are pretty, so maybe I should start, but I bought these and I never use them. I also got the Morphe highlight and contour sponge. I'll pop it up here. I know I ended up going through, I feel like, I think 3 of those sponges, and I used to really, really love that sponge, but I do remember, my memory stinks, but I do remember loving the first 2 that I used, and then I bought a 3rd one, and it just was a lot harder than the first 2, but I liked it. I mean, I bought 3 of them, so I enjoyed that sponge, and I remember I bought it off of Jaclyn Hill's recommendation because she used to just rave about that, but I don't really use that sponge anymore. I've kind of moved on to Beaky Blender sponges. You can get them on Amazon for like a pack of 5 for like 10 bucks, and they are so soft and lovely. I also got Ardell Wispies. I got 2 packs of these. 2019 Emily was trying to be her fantasy self and try to be like, I was growing on Instagram at that point. I had my account for almost a year and I was really loving it. I still really do love my Instagram account, but I was really, really loving it and enjoying it. And I just thought I should be wearing false lashes. I never wear false lashes, so I still have these. I probably should have pulled them out. They're like in there somewhere, but I just never wear false lashes. I also got the Beauty Bakery Flower Powder, and this is in the shade Oat Translucent. This is not the one that I bought because the one that I originally bought I used up, but I liked it enough to repurchase it. This is another really great powder. I really like it. I wouldn't buy it full price. I would get it on sale, but I really enjoy this. I also picked up the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. So I don't remember why I even picked this up because like I said, in 2019, I had very oily skin, and I remember seeing this on sale during the sale, half off, so I was like, you know what, let me just pick it up. It would be nice to have an option for a hydrating primer just in case, like I actually bought it for like the winter time, and thank goodness gracious I did, because this is like one of the 2 primers that I always use now. It is 2 years old, and as you can see, I have about half of it left, so I've been really, really using this a lot lately, trying to use it up because it is 2 years old, but I really love this. It's another one I would not purchase full price. Also, I've heard if you buy 2 of the minis, it's cheaper than buying like the full size, and it's the same amount. So little hack for you if you like this primer or you want to try it out. I really do love this primer. I am so glad I picked it up. And then we have some things that I don't have anymore, so I'll have to pop up some pictures. We have the JCat Aquassurance Powder Foundation. So I had bought this in 2019, obviously that's what the year we're talking about, but that was before they expanded their shade range, and now they have one lighter than this. I ended up having to declutter this because it just was too dark on me. I think I might eventually pick it up again in the lightest shade because that would be a better shade match for me. But yeah, I ended up having to declutter it. I used it a couple times and I think I remember liking it, but again, it was too dark, so I can't really give like too much of an opinion on it. I also bought the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. Again, it was half off from the sale. I hated the setting powder. It was terrible on me personally. It was so drying, and it oxidized my face, my foundation, my concealer, everything by like at least 2 shades. I ended up giving it to my friend Abby, and I don't know if she liked it or not. I think she used it up, but I don't remember. I'll have to ask her if she liked it. I mean, that was a while ago that I gave it to her. I also picked up the Wet n Wild Stick Foundation. So bad. Hated this foundation. I ended up decluttering this too. This foundation was so drying on my skin, and it would take my kind of dry skin and it would make it look like the Sahara Desert. Like my skin was peeling off my face. I did not enjoy this stick foundation at all. I also got the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder. It was like the year of powders for me in 2019. I bought a lot of powders in 2019, if you can't tell. I did not like this either. If you can tell in the picture, it is a white setting powder. It's almost as if you're using like flour on your face, and it was just, it just didn't look good. Since it is a white setting powder, it made my face look whiter than it already is, which I don't need help with that. I'm already a ghost, and it was also very drying. It's another one that I ended up decluttering, and I ended up, I think, giving it to my sister-in-law. I also picked up the Morphe Fluidity Concealer. This is another one I'm pretty sure I picked up off of Jaclyn Hill's recommendation because she just, you know, kind of shoves Morphe down her face a lot. I actually use this concealer completely up, and the first half of the concealer, I loved it. I thought it was a great concealer. And then towards the end of it, I didn't really love it. I remember it not having a ton of coverage for me and not really wearing as well as it did in the beginning, if that makes sense. But I used up the whole thing. I'm not going to repurchase it though. And then I also ended up in 2019 picking up the Origins AM and PM Essential Kit. I'm pretty sure I ended up giving this away in a giveaway. I'd never even ended up using any of the products. So yeah, I gave it away in a giveaway a while ago on my Instagram account. And that was everything I bought in 2019 from Ulta because your girl went hard during the 21 Days of Beauty. Now we're moving on to 2020. I have quite a few things to still talk about. Sorry, I told you, I warned you, this video is gonna be very long. The first thing I picked up was the Not Your Mother's Tinted Dry Shampoo. I ended up purchasing 2 of them in 2020. In March of 2020. I have been through a million of these and I absolutely love it. It's my Holy Grail dry shampoo, but Not Your Mother's discontinued this one and replaced it with a better one that's literally twice the price. I have not tried it yet. I'm very annoyed that they got rid of this one. I literally DM'd them on Instagram and I was like, hey, I saw this was on sale. Is it going away forever? And they were like, yeah, we replaced it. And so that happened. So I'm really bummed about that, not gonna lie, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'll find another Holy Grail dry shampoo, Not Your Mother's. It's fine. I've just been using it for years. I also picked up the Body Shop Shea Nourishing Lotion. I used up this whole thing. I liked it. I don't know if I would repurchase it, but it was nice while I was using it. It was very moisturizing. I then picked up the e.l.f. Stipple Brush. Love this so much. I ended up picking up another one. This is their Airbrush Stipple Brush. This is great. I use it for cream bronzers and cream blush. I have one for bronzer, one for blush. I love this. It's great. I've talked about it before. It's really nice to just stippling in cream products. And as I said, I was getting really into cream products in 2020 during quarantine. I also picked up the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I don't like this at all. I actually still have pretty much a whole bottle of it. It is so thick. But when you like screw the cap off and, you know, use it as a serum, it is so thick. It's so thick and it just like feels really gloopy on my skin and I really just don't love it. So I never use it. I also got the L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara. I got this off of Jessica Braun's recommendation. So I think I like this mascara. It's not my favorite though. What I like about it is that it really does make your eyelashes look very like long and kind of like Bambi eye like it says. But I ended up purchasing the brown shade because I wanted a brown mascara, and because of that I have to build it up a lot because it's brown and not black and doesn't show up as much, and because of that it gets clumpy. So I think I would repurchase that and try that mascara again, but I would just purchase the black shade instead of brown. And then I picked up 2 Stila Stay All Day liquid eyeliners. I have Intense Jade and Midnight. This is not intense. Like, okay, it looks kind of dark there, but on my eyes, I've used both of these I think once, and they're just like, I don't know, they're just like really not that intense, and they don't really look like eyeliner, and it's really hard for them to go over eyeshadow because they're just pretty, I don't know, they're pretty lackluster. They're not like super, like I was expecting a really dark green and a really dark navy blue eyeliner, and that's not what either of these are. Okay, I think that was all that I bought in 2020 from Ulta. I have made some purchases in March of 2021 because they are doing the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, but I figured I would make that a whole separate video for you guys and talk about what I got and do like a Ulta 21 Days of Beauty haul. So be on the lookout for that coming up, and then we're going to move on to my other purchases. So that is items that I didn't purchase at either Ulta or Sephora. I got them from other vendors, other websites. I explained this in my other 2 videos, but I didn't get a chance to do it yet in this video. I only have other purchases from 2020 and then now this year in 2021. I just wasn't tracking it in 2019, 2018, 2017, like other things I was purchasing. And the only reason I have the Sephora and Ulta purchases from those years is because the app tracks it for you. But from Net-a-Porter, they were having a sale back in March of 2020, and I ended up picking up the Hourglass Mood Exposure Blush. I love this. I had heard so many good things about Hourglass blushes and their formula, so when Net-a-Porter was having a sale, I snatched it up. I also picked up the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. I got the shade One Fair. And if you look at it right here, you would think that I love this because there's a huge pan in it, but this is another one I talked about on my channel in the past. I don't love this. It's another one that oxidizes on me really badly. Also, it's a really, really shallow pan, so I hit pan very easily, and this is expensive. So the fact that it oxidizes and is a really shallow pan for like $45, I think is a little absurd. So I'm gonna use this one up and not repurchase that ever again. And then I also, in that Net-a-Porter order, picked up a Charlotte Tilbury. This is her, I don't know what this like formula is, but it's in the shade JK Magic. I love this lipstick. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't use it very often. Look at that swatch, like that shade is so pretty. But I bought it in March of 2020, and then like I said, the world shut down, and I did not use this lipstick for months because I was like, this is such an expensive lipstick, and I'm literally not leaving my house. I'm in quarantine. I'm seeing no one but my husband. And so I ended up not using this for a very, very long time. This shade is beautiful. The formula is beautiful. I love this lipstick. And then the packaging is just stunning. I also ended up purchasing the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Carly Bible palette. I got this from Macy's, I believe. It was on sale half off, like $22.50. And I had purchased the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Jackie Aina palette in January of 2020, and I loved that palette so much. So when the Carly Bible palette came out, I was like, yes, definitely snagging that for half off. I don't love this one as much as the Jackie Aina one, but it's still a really pretty palette. I really don't reach for it as much as I should, but the shades are nice. I don't think the quality is as nice as the Jackie Aina one either, but it's nice, and I'm glad I got it for half off. Also in that order from Macy's, I picked up a Laura Mercier translucent loose setting powder. This is the second one that I've owned. I love this powder a lot. It's really nice. It can be a little bit drying if I'm not careful, but it's a really nice setting powder. And then my last other purchase in 2020, I made an order from Thrive Cosmetics. So I ended up picking up their Filtered Effects Soft Focus HD setting powder in translucent. I really don't care for this powder at all. It's pretty drying on me. I ended up taking the sifter out, but it's just, I don't know. I just never reach for this powder. And when I do, I'm just really never like super impressed. And I also picked up their Liquid Lash Extensions mascara. I don't have that mascara anymore. It's a tubing mascara, which everyone loves. Not everyone, sorry. A lot of people love tubing mascara formulas, and just so many people raved about the Thrive Cosmetics one. And I just was pretty disappointed in it because it just made my lashes look very clumpy. I'm not gonna repurchase it, unfortunately, and it's a very expensive. It's very expensive for a mascara. And then so far in March of 2021, I made an Ofra Cosmetics order, and I ended up picking up the Milk and Cookies highlighter. This is a collab with Steph Toms. It's a highlighter that I have on my face today, and I just love this highlighter so much. I'm so glad I picked it up. Also in that order, I ended up picking up the River Bronzer Duo. This is in collaboration with Samantha March. I wanted this for a really long time, and I finally picked it up when I was ordering the new Milk and Cookies highlighter because this just launched, and I'm so glad I finally picked this up. In the pan, it looks very warm and dark, but it looks beautiful on my fair skin. It's not what I have on today, but when I use this, it just makes me look so sun-kissed. I also made an M Cosmetics order. I had been wanting to try M Cosmetics for the longest time, and I finally made an order from them when they were having 15% off. I ordered their Divine Skies eyeshadow palette in the shade Magic Hour. I've used this 3 times, and I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It's absolutely gorgeous, stunning, beautiful. The shades are beautiful. The shimmers are beautiful. The mattes are like the silkiest, softest mattes I've ever used in my life. I am so glad I finally picked this up. I also got their Heaven's Glow blush in the shade Faded Clementine. Stunning. I want the other 2 now. There's 2 more shades of these blushes, and I want them both because this is just so pretty on the skin. It just blends in so nicely. This like orangey tone shade is right up my alley. I just love this blush so much. And then I also picked up their Morning Dew gloss. It's just a clear lip gloss. I like this. I probably didn't need it. It's literally just a clear lip gloss, but it is very nice and pretty when I do use it. And then also like 2 nights ago, I was swimsuit shopping, and I was getting very frustrated, and I have a larger bust, so it's hard for me to find swimsuits, and I just kept finding swimsuits that were like $100 for a top, and I was getting so annoyed and frustrated. And shout out to my friend on here, Ashley Rebecca, because she messaged me on Instagram and was like, hey, I want to let you know the Natasha Denona Love Palette is on sale at Beautylish for 30% off. And I literally immediately went and purchased it because I was already bummed about swimsuit shopping and how abysmally that was going. Abysmally? I don't think that's a word. How terribly that was going. And I wanted the Natasha Denona Love Palette for a very, very long time now. I was gonna pick it up during the Sephora sale coming up, but that would have only given me 20% off because I'm Rouge. And this was on sale for 30% off on Beautylish, and I got free shipping. I'm not sure why, but I did. So I ended up picking up the Love Palette. It has not came in yet because I literally just ordered it like 2 days ago, but there'll be a picture here for you to see what it is if you do not know. It is just, oh, I'm so excited to be finally trying this palette. Oh, it's so stinking pretty. And that is all of the purchases I have made so far in 2021. Woo, that's it, you guys. I'm done. I'm done blabbering your ears off about all of the makeup purchases that I have made in March of past couple of years. I know this was a lot of products, but you know, one of them was the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. The other year was a global pandemic. So I had good reason to purchase all of these in past Marches. Like I said in the intro, I hope you're enjoying this series. I hope you are liking it. Let me know down below if you tried any of these products as well. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you. Seriously, thank you so much because I can already tell just it's gonna be a long one. But you're awesome and I love you. Please subscribe if you have not yet, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.